There are a whole bunch of different AI face swap tools out there that can be a lot of fun to use, but also very useful, but it's hard to tell which ones are actually of high quality. So today I've got the most popular AI face swap tools and I'm comparing them to see which ones are the best, and as usual, there will be a link in the description below for each one. We're starting off with Higgsfield AI. It's a simple drag and drop process. Once you have both of your images in, you can click the face swap button and it will start the process. In the first test, I wanted to take this image of a witch here, but I wanted to add in a different face, someone who looks a little bit different, so I chose this face here, and you see this woman's complexion and features are actually quite different. And the result that we got is actually pretty decent. It's hard to tell it's actually her, but it has, I think, copied the features and added on some of the makeup. It's not a bad result, but definitely a little bit hard to identify. So I do think it's a pretty decent job so far, but let's move on and see what it has done with our next image. This time I decided to grab this image of a Kung Fu man from Pexels. I've used it in the past, along with a photo of me I've used a lot in these videos. So you can see that it actually does a pretty good job of creating something that looks like me. However, it looks a little bit funny. I've got this look on my face. I'm going to say something silly like scrumptious or something weird like that. It's kind of contorted my mouth a little bit. So it's done a great job with the likeness, but the expression just looks a little bit odd to me. But otherwise, it's reasonably high quality. But as a comparison, I grabbed this photo of an old man and used that with the same image, and it really nailed this image. I think it's really tried to copy the way the facial expression he has, and overall I think this is a really excellent job with this particular image. And even the old man, he still has all the wrinkles, he looks the age he is in the photo, so this is definitely a great result for this particular swap. But also the level of detail Higgsfield adds to the skin texture is really top notch. But this time I really want to push its limits to see how well it handles someone who has a lot of makeup on their face, a lot of detail. Again, I'm going to use my face as a test, and here's the result. I'm happy to see it's tried to redraw the skull. It's pretty much got my eyes, but not really much else. It hasn't matched either face really in this. It's kind of just created its own thing. So a little bit of a letdown and some mixed results when using Higgsfield. Now, one of the original face swap platforms out there was actually called Insight Face, and it was a bot that you would integrate into a Discord server, and you would upload some images, enter some text commands, and it would swap faces for you there. But they actually have a web interface called Picsi AI that's a lot easier to use. It's a simple drag and drop interface, but it uses the same technology. So we'll check that out and see what the results look like. Now I'm using the same set of images again, and what we get here is pretty good. You can see that the face looks a little bit more like the face we added in there, the color, the looks and the features. She's a little bit cross-eyed though, and when you zoom in, some of the features do fall apart a little bit, and it starts to look AI generated. And again, with this photo of me, it does look like me, and I'm happy with the fact that it has tried to remove the beard rather than add it, but that depends on what you're after. But when you zoom in again, the details do go away a little bit, and also my head has started to bleed into the hat a little bit. Now you could probably get away with that, but it's not exactly ideal considering it's not in the original image. Switch to the old man, and he looks a little bit funny also. Just looks quite artificial, like the eyes are a little bit soulless. I don't know exactly why, but there's something about this that doesn't look quite right. But our final image has done a great job maintaining the vast majority of what's been drawn on the face. This is actually the best I got of all the results in regard to retaining the consistency of the makeup. Again, if you zoom in on the eyes, it doesn't quite hold up, but I think that could easily be edited. But so far, it's done a great job with this particular image considering the difficulty of what's being presented to it. Now, this next platform has been my go-to for face swapping for quite a while, and I want to see if it's still the best option out there. But it's not a face swapping platform. It's actually a full AI media suite and editor. It's called Dzine AI, and you can generate images and videos and even audio with some of the best models out there, but their face swap tool is really powerful. So let's check that out and see how well it performs. And what I need to do is drag my target face onto the canvas here. I then come down to image editor, head to face swap. I then upload an image of the face I want to use, and it will detect the face that's already on the canvas, and then I can hit generate. And then we get 4 different options where it's varied the intensity of the swap. So I can actually go through and download all these. Now in the first image, it has actually added the features, but not necessarily the complexion. It's kept the original complexion, but not a bad result overall. But the second option has definitely got a little bit more truer to her complexion. Still a little bit light overall, but it has done a pretty good job. And if you zoom in nice and close, things are nice and smooth and integrated nicely into the image. I do also believe that was the best option so far. The next one, again, is kind of dialed that complexion back to the original character, added in some of the features, and move on. And this one's a little bit closer again, but not quite as good as our second option. So I do think the second option is the best, but this still turned out pretty good. But for the next few images, I'm just going to focus on the best result as opposed to all four. And again, this one has integrated quite well. It does look like me mostly. It doesn't look 100% perfect, but my features definitely nailed it and added the beard in there in a nice way where it doesn't sort of interfere with the rest of the image. But the old man looks a little bit not quite right. There's a weird sort of element on the hat there. I don't know if you noticed that, but also he doesn't look old. He looks a lot younger, and I just don't think it's done a great job with this particular image. But if we move on to the last image, it's done a pretty good job of keeping my features in there and trying to repaint the makeup. So that is probably the most convincing face swap, but it hasn't retained the makeup. So whilst this is a great job considering what it's working with, it's not really the best option for this particular image. Now, next, we don't have just one platform, but 7. And you may be wondering why. And that's because when I created these lists of platforms, I went through, compared all the images, and I found that these 7 produced pretty much all the exact same results. So I think they're all running off the same technology. Obviously, I don't know which one, but I thought I'll just show you the results at once for all these different platforms. Now, the platforms here are Canva, AI Faceswap, Faceswapper.ai, Live3D.io, Magic Hour, Remaker, and Superwork. Now, pretty much all these platforms, much like pretty much every other platform on this video, has some kind of free trial where you can try these things out, usually starting at about $10 a month. However, some of these, although they all produce the same result, Magic Hour adds a big watermark and overly compresses them. So that's probably the worst platform I'm going to cover in this video. But otherwise, here are the results. Now, all the faces in this lineup have turned out a little bit fuzzy and it looks like a little bit of old technology. There's artifacts and things just aren't quite lining up that well. And you zoom in on all of them and you can see that the faces don't look quite right, especially when you get to the old man. He looks very much compressed, not very nice at all. And then, of course, finally, we have that skull image where it just actually does a good job of trying to transfer the makeup, but the result's just too blotchy and it just doesn't do the job the way we need it to. So definitely I would give pretty much all these platforms a skip. Now, this next platform has produced some pretty interesting results. It's called Imagine Art, and it's not just a simple case of the quality, but there are some areas where it's really good, but also other areas where I feel like it doesn't perform as well. And I think it would come down to personal preference as to whether or not you would actually use this platform, but I'll show you what I mean. So you see how it's kind of tried to copy some of the features here, but it looks nothing like our actual character. But when you zoom in, you can see how the faces are actually really clean and very well integrated, which is a shame because it looks nothing like the girl in the middle. And even this one here of me, it does seem to have my facial features. However, I look like a child. It doesn't seem to transfer some of the characteristics as well. But again, it's such a clean transfer that depending on who you're trying to swap out, this may be a great platform, but it didn't really perform well on the tests that I gave it. The old man here doesn't look too bad, although once again, we've lost a lot of the aging. But notice how the image has changed also. It's actually regenerated the image, hasn't actually just swapped out that one region. And overall, again, a clean swap, but just not quite right for what we're trying to do here. But this result I found to be the most amusing because it completely sidestepped the makeup altogether. And again, I look like a 13-year-old boy wearing a hoodie. So while it has had the clean swap and has added some of my features, I imagine that when I was 13, if I was this thin, that's pretty much how I would look. So it's hard to tell whether you want to use this platform or not, because for very specific faces, it may actually do really well due to how well the transfer is. But I think in most of the time, you're going to get something that's not quite right. Now, the next platform is a little bit more complex. And I wanted to try it because it's a little bit different, but I thought it could potentially produce some really good results. And that is Nano Banana Pro. It is, without a doubt, the most intelligent AI image editing model out there today, at least at the time of making this video. So I thought it would only be fair that we try and do some face swaps with it also. All I need to do is simply drag in my 2 images. And I'm going to actually ask it to swap these faces over. So I need to give it a prompt, something like, can you swap the face from the first image with the face from the second image? Keeping in mind that this one's first and this one is second. I have Nano Banana Pro activated here. I submit. And it has swapped that face. And it looks pretty decent because what it's done is actually added her face, even the smile, the teeth. It's done a really good job of copying the girl in the middle, but adding the makeup from the girl on the left. It's also changed the hair color. So this is one of the best results that I've actually seen so far, especially if you're looking to get the makeup transferred also. But the rest of the results are not quite as good. For the photo of me, it literally put the two images side by side, put the eyes and the nose and the shadow from the original onto my face, and just literally cut out my face and plonked it onto the target image. We've had a similar effect with the old man, and it's just popped the entire head of the guy on the left onto, say, his jacket over there on the right. And while this at least looks like it tried to do something a little bit more accurate, it doesn't really look like me on the right, and it's also got rid of the makeup. But this is one of those things where I think it may take a little bit more time to work out really good prompt to make sure this works properly. Now, considering that this is not the most convenient way to work, maybe Nano Banana isn't exactly the best idea, and those results were a bit mixed. But what were the best results out of all the platforms I tried? Well, I've got a winner for each image because it's a little bit of a mixed bag. So I'll show you the images I've produced and which ones I believe are the best quality. Coming back to design, we had 4 different options and we were able to get on our first try this nice one where it's actually copied her face pretty successfully, and it's actually really a nice clean transfer, integrates nicely, so definitely design wins this particular image. But also design won the next image, which is of me, and I don't think this is as good a transfer as the last one, but it is still the cleanest, the most well integrated. It still has my features mostly, it's kept the beard, and just seems to be the best quality overall when you combine all these factors together. However, when it comes to the old man, Higgsfield did a better job of keeping his age and making things look a little more interesting and well integrated. His face is a slightly different color to his neck, but I still think that so far, this one did the best job with the old man and still did a pretty decent job with that clean transfer. And of course, with Picsi AI, this was the best one that managed to maintain my features and of course, the makeup. Again, we still have that weird issue with the eye when you zoom in. A very, very minor issue that I imagine if you had some really basic Photoshop skills, you'd be able to fix up, no worries. Or even just edit it in another AI editor to fix up that eye. So far looking at design, Higgsfield and Picsi AI is my top choices, but I do also think that Imagine Art does a decent job. So you can see here, we have no clear winner 100% across the board. However, it does look like design has done the best job with at least half of these images. But what if we decided to throw a few more, I guess, simpler faces at it? Because some of these were a bit difficult and a little bit of a reach to actually get a good result with, especially that last one with the skull painting. So if I decide to throw a few simpler faces at these platforms, or at least the ones that I think are the best, which results do actually come out on top? Now, I've decided to go for some more recognizable characters and images because I feel like we've all seen these faces before. It's going to be easier to see what the consistency is like. So naturally, I decided to go with my face. And with Higgsfield, that doesn't look anything like me. It actually has maintained the look and sort of feel of the image we're trying to insert our face into. It's just not my face, not even in the slightest way. So I was surprised that Higgsfield actually botched this one as much as it did. So I moved on to Picsi AI, which is more of the freer one, and this one has done a pretty good job. I've got a little bit of stubble instead of the full beard. I've still got that nice sort of shadow, like the Luke Skywalker eyes have got a lot of shadow under the eyebrows in this image, and it's managed to keep that kind of look with this, but the quality, I just think, is not quite right. Like, it's just a few things missing in the skin, whereas Dzine AI, I think that does look a little bit more like me, and the structure of the face is more clearer. And I do think that this one probably is the better of the two, although it's a close call between Design and Picsi AI, but I personally think that Design has done the better job here. But when we move on to Imagine Art, what we get is this completely weird looking version. It's got my facial features, but it doesn't look like me. It's got a real thin head. So Imagine Art has really gone overboard with this particular operation. But again, trying to work at those recognizable faces so we can see the difference. I have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson here, and I thought it would be a nice, fun image to end off with, which is to add Kevin Hart's face to him to see how well it handles it. And because we're all used to seeing these faces, or at least most of us are, we can really tell a difference when we view the face swap results. Now, I've started with Picsi AI this time because I thought it was probably the weakest of them all. His eyes are crooked. You'll notice that the left eye is higher than the right. You can kind of see how it's referenced some of Kevin Hart's features here, but it just kind of looks like an angry version of the rock with a different face. It doesn't really look as consistent as I'd like it to. Higgsfield, a better job, a more natural looking swap, but still not quite Kevin Hart's features. I can kind of see it, but again, it doesn't quite match up as well as I'd like it to. It does look rather natural, and there is some recognizability in there, but it's still just not the best one. Design, again, I would say this is the closest. It still doesn't quite look 100% right. I like the way it's kind of got the weird kind of handlebar, moustache type thing without, but overall, I think this is the best result again. Design just seems to be my favorite. So I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I do think this is the closest version that we could actually get in adding Kevin Hart's face to the rock. But imagine art, we get something completely different where it actually looks more like him than any of the other results. However, his head is huge, so he looks like he's about 3 foot tall. So I don't know if Imagine Art is having a bit of a poke at Kevin Hart's expense there, but that's not exactly the result we're after either. So overall, I do think the design is still the best option out there. Now, I wasn't expecting it to necessarily be the best, but it looks like I've been using what I would consider to be the best platform as my go-to for a while now. So the fact that you have more than one option is really good. I think that makes it really handy because you don't have to just receive your one result and that's the one you're stuck with. You get 4, and I do believe if you submit it again, you could possibly get some more results. But the fact that it also comes with all the other AI image tools makes it really, really useful. However, you may want to check out some of the other platforms if you're still not getting the result you're after, simply because they all handle it a little bit differently. But if you're looking for your best bet, Dzine AI is probably going to be the best one. And again, there's a link in the description if you want to check that out. But otherwise, what were your thoughts? Leave a comment below and let me know if you thought that I got this wrong, or if there's anything here or any other platforms you think I need to try. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that's the video for today, guys. I hope you found it useful. And if you did, please consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.